Hey everybody, last talking about Orks index version, and so this is going to be a farewell to the index, or is it? The truth is the index isn't going anywhere because some of our most important units aren't in the codex. So I just want to point this out that unfortunately a lot more got cut than from the index than from the codex than I was expecting. Especially since there are some models for some of these. They might not be plastic, but there are existing models. And the two that come to mind, of course, are the Big Mech with KFF, which is a fine cast model, but it's still available as far as I know. And the mech guns, or the big guns, they may be old metal models, but they're still have been on the website the entire time. So, and Labas have been a mainstay of my Ork army for an incredibly long time. Probably the entire time I've played since I came back in 2008, the entire length of my channel, 10 years, I probably played Labas, because they've always been really, really good, and they were really good in the index. And it's just a shame they're gone from the codex. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. I mean, the big guns have, as I said, have been the mainstay of my Ork army for a decade. They've been around forever, with the cannons and Labas and zap guns. They were in the 3rd edition codex. They've been around for 20 years, and they're gone. And that makes me sad. There's just no regular Big Mech entry at all. So the super cheap HQ choice of just a 35 point or 50 point whatever Big Mech, depending on the edition, is just gone. Our HQ choices in the codex are so limited. There's so many options. I mean, the War Boss in Mega Armor is gone. The mech is gone, and of course anything on a bike. All 3 characters on a bike are not in the index. I mean, not in the codex. So don't be throwing away your index. You're gonna need it for as long as index units are legal in match play. I don't know if that's ever going to change or not, to be honest. If there's going to be a 9th edition of 40k, which I personally don't believe there's going to be a 9th edition anytime soon, because they can just keep chapter approving everything and facking everything they need to do. They don't need to release an entirely new edition. But that's just my opinion. On that, I don't think there's going to be a 9th edition, I said, anytime soon. But so it's mainly the HQ choices, of course. Big Mech here, force field. So I'm going to be using this guy. KFF didn't change in price, so this isn't going to change in price at least. But he will clean. He will have a clan ability now. We'll see how that goes. Force field. No, force field is just Ork, but the big mechanic is clan. So you can only fix matching clan vehicles, but the force field works on all Ork units. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. So at least you can mix and match. So you can still have cheap KFF big mechs to fill out your formations, because you will probably want to do that. War Boss and Mega Armor. I didn't really ever use War Boss and Mega Armor. I've got one obviously in the Mega Ork Mega Boss, but 4-inch movement's kind of harsh. But of course he's going to have his clan ability, and the breaking heads is a clan ability. So yeah, we'll see. A War Boss and Mega Armor, a Bad Moon's War Boss and Mega Armor with the 4-up invulse save Warlord trait is probably going to be a pretty popular choice. Of course, Weird Boy's still there. War Boss on Warbike. We all have War Bosses on Warbikes. I was really hoping GW would not fall into the same pattern of no models, no rules. They follow with every other one simply because they're Orks, and everything gets kit bashed and scratch built, and there's no reason to have limitations like that for an Ork army because they are just so viable. You can build a War Boss out of a Warbiker kit. I mean, you just use the non-body or the I guess there is no plastic war boss really available. You just, you know, use the knob torso and call it a war boss if you want to. And that's all you need to do to have a biker boss. Paintball on a bike's a little different. That's a little harder. Same with the big mech on bike. You can just use the knob torso and call it a big mech and give it a KFF, which is basically what I did. So yeah, that's so the main units missing, of course, are all the HQ choices and the big guns, because there's no models for them. Yeah, so that's it. Those are the big ones. However, I guess apparently the mech guns are completely different in the codex, so they don't have a separate grot crew. So the big guns will still have a separate grot crew, which are infantry. And the big guns do not have the grot, or the Gretchen keyword, like the gunners do. So they might fact that away, so that either you simply cannot play big guns, or they will be completely fact, or errated, I'd say, to match the mech guns in the codex. I would not be surprised if they put out when in the 2 weeks later, 2-week period, when they put out the Ork Codex facts, they completely errata the big guns from the index. Or that might have to wait for the chapter approved, actually, because they're not going to fact the index in the codex facts, right? Anyway, I'm starting to ramble here, but yeah, basically, I would say farewell to the index if I could, but we can't. We're going to need this. We're going to need this. We don't need the chapter approved anymore. Well, I guess unless you're playing the Forge World units, then you need your chapter approved for the prices of or actually at least just the photocopy the one point sheet out of the chapter approved, because that's all you need if you're running Forge World units. Nothing else really matters in the chapter approved anymore. But the index isn't going anywhere. You know, I might just actually cut the Ork pages out of here and put them in a separate book. I should have done that 2 years ago. You know that? Anyway, what do you think about the missing models in the index? All the models that are missing are absolute mainstays. These aren't fringe units that hardly ever get used or anything. These are all completely, totally important models and units to the Ork army, and have been for literally 2 decades. And it's a shame. Let me know your thoughts below, and thanks for watching. Thank you for watching this episode of Talking About Orks. Please subscribe and hit the bell button for notifications for new Talking About Orks videos every Wednesday, new battle reports every Friday, and hobby videos whenever I can. Thanks for watching.